Vincent, yes, good morning. How are you?
Oh, hi, Michael. How are you?
Well, look, I tried to sound a little bit upbeat just then, but actually, I feel like I've been through the wars. But look, all things shall pass.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Michael. I just, it's been such a while since we spoke because, I've been really embroiled in the divorce proceedings.
Yes.
We are divorcing, so I've just been, embroiled in that and getting very hot in that process. Yeah. I get hot flushes these days.
Yes. Well, broiling will do that to you generally.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I want to be part of the process, but I don't want to be embroiled in it.
That's right. And there was something about your partner cohabiting. I recall in one of the earlier sessions.
Yes, that's still going on. I'm trying not to know about it. I don't want to hear about it, but it does make me hot under the collar. Which might be to do with the embroiling.
It might, but also it's obviously disempowering and maybe even emasculating. So, and that tends to bring on
heat, hot flushes,
and obviously given your age as well, it's just a natural thing.
Yes, I am. I feel a lot of changes in my body, and I can, So anyway, I've been doing that, Michael, but I've been, really wanting to talk to you about these changes, these sort of physical changes, and how they're affecting me mentally, because I think I'm becoming sort of a bit. I'm getting a bit sort of. I get little moments of rage. Usually when I'm trying to open a chip packet, they sort of really, when you're eating chips, they close the packets so tight these days.
Yes. To make them airtight and so forth. Yes.
Yeah. So I really struggle with that.
It's actually, I know, I happen to know quite a lot about the aging process and the side effects. And I was very surprised to find this out, but there's a little known about but quite common condition, which is, you've heard of obviously menopause, the transition women go through because of all that women stuff. It's because physically it's not as obvious with men. There is, and it's now become sort of part of the sort of mainstream discussion, a thing called menopause.
Oh gosh, maybe I'm going through menopause.
Well, I was just going to say, I think there's the hot flushes, the rage. One and this was a little bit niche, but one prominent psychiatrist identified a kind of like a subset, and maybe I should refer you to him actually, it's a subset of this sort of menopause and the possible symptoms. It's a bit like these sort of prescription medications, and they sort of say this is for your hemorrhoids, for example, and then they sort of list out, and it's 4 pages long. All. Yes. All the potential side effects, So this one in particular is and it's got to do with getting older, obviously, but it is very much symptomatic of this. What was he had like a long title for this. He needs to, I think, kind of box it in for it to really take off, if you know what I mean. But it's a sort of an inability to control your rage while wrestling with inanimate objects.
Yes. Well, that sounds very familiar to me.
All right. Well, I think
I think I should get a referral.
Well, you could, yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't know if he'll take the credits that you and I have set up. So you or indeed your partner. Although would have to pay for it, but.
That's the other issue. That's the other issue. The whole credit process that we set up, that we've been doing.
Yeah.
That's actually part of the divorce settlement. She wants my credits because she says she needs the credits for her own psychotherapy.
Right.
That apparently you're doing with her.
I've had some contact. Yes.
So it's like, how do I divide them up? Because there were future credits on future trading.
Yeah, they've actually. I mean, despite all the stuff that's going on the outside world, we've had quite a lot of success with a little bit of arbitrage and this and that. And the credits have actually increased in value. So, and I take that as a personal as a sort of I think it reflects well on me, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't realise that. So, how much have they gone up?
I think about 26% in the last. I think it's been close to 10 just in the last 6 months. Over the longer period, it's been something like 25, 26.
Well, I was thinking, as a client, whether I should put a tariff on some of these expenses.
Well, there's lots of, and look, it may have something to do with the separation going through and the financial settlement that you agree on. But I would definitely be putting, because I assume you're dealing with lawyers. You would, for example, and it's not. But don't take this as advice because as I mentioned before, I'm only qualified to practice law in the Bahamas, so it's a very narrow jurisdiction. But you'll have to. It's like a ledger, it's sort of your assets and your liabilities. I would definitely put your ongoing and growing need for therapy as a liability. Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh, there's so much to consider. And look, every time I speak to you, Michael, I am more confused and perplexed, but I think that's a good thing.
Well, look, I do my best to help you, and if it provides food for thought, that's great. There's one thing that's, but thank you for that. There's one thing that's been bothering me, and it has contributed to my sort of for the last little while. I've been, and it's mainly got to do with our sessions.
Yes.
What's been bothering me is I get overwhelmed with this sensation that other people are listening in.
Is it like you can hear them listening, or is it just just a feeling?
I can feel them listening. That's right. So it's a bit of it's a crossover of the senses. It's a bit like those famous artists could taste green. We can all taste green, just have some salad. But that's not how for them it was like their sort of sensory.
Right.
Vincent van Gogh, or Van Gogh, actually, as
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
But can you smell them listening to you?
Well, no, not really. But then I sort of thought, well, could your soon-to-be ex-wife have, tapped into our channel, or is this like a residual? And because it's more than one person, it's quite a few.
Yes.
This is what's in my head, and could she have her lawyer on listening in as well,
right.
and could she have? I don't know.
Or her investment banker, because obviously we've got all these future credits for therapy, and they're going through the roof.
Yeah. So I'm now a little bit sort of reticent to discuss too much detail, because I just don't know.
Yes.
And it could be just a residue from that Ouija board experience we had.
Yes, absolutely. Or it could be you just need to clean your ears out.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that's the other thing. Yes. But listen, our time. We didn't even start the session proper, but let's just treat this as a freebie because we didn't really start. But we are out of time, and so let's reconvene soon. It's been a good catch up. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Michael. Thanks for everything. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you in a couple of days.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.